Here at Oulton Park in the paddock area, we've caught up with young Supersport rider Brad Jones. Brad, nice to have you here today. New class for this season. You obviously done very well in last year's Stock 6. What was the expectations coming into the year, first of all?
Well, it's tough to say really, because obviously Supersport is such a competitive class. Coming in, we're sort of looking at top 10s to start off with, and start breaking into the top 5s, and try knocking on the podium at the end of the year. But I've come in and it's going well. The bike's good. I'm a bit further up than where I thought I'd be, and we're making steps forward all the time. So that's the main thing. Is as long as we keep moving forward and have a smile on my face, that's all we want. So.
How has the Stock 600 class prepared you for this class? Because that was mega competitive last year. You like Dan Stamper, Ryan Vickers, Jordan Gilbert. So how has that kind of prepped you to come into this class, which is equally as tough now?
Yeah, that's it. Last year was good. First year riding for a big team, and it was good. I learned a lot. And then coming into this year, yeah, it's prepared me well. We've come out of the blocks pretty quick. The team know how I work, I know how they work, and I know what they want to see. And yeah, we work well together, and we can use what we learned last year coming into this year. So it has made a good difference staying with the same team. The bike is a lot better, obviously a super stock bike, and being the new model, the R6, the front end's better, it stops better, and then being a Supersport spec bike, the torque's good, it's got a quick shifter, so better engine braking. So all round it's a much better package, which is just a joy to ride. So.
On the new R6 as well, you was on the old one last year, I believe. So what's the initial difference there? I know it's different classes, different regulations and whatnot, but how does this bike feel in comparison to last year?
Yeah, well, they got the bigger forks, so they're running, I think it's 43mm forks now. The discs are 20mm bigger diameter, so it stops better. The calipers are bigger, so the whole front end is a lot stiffer, so it turns better, it stops better. So going from last year's old model to this year's new model, to me, is a big difference. And I feel like we're just getting it to where it needs to be now, so which is good.
Jack Kennedy's your teammate, and that's no small name, that's no mug. He knows how to do it in this class. Does that spur you on to kind of believe, well, I've got the same bike he's got, but does it also put a bit of pressure on you, thinking I've got to try and match this guy at some point throughout the year?
I don't think it puts any pressure on, because we know that obviously Jack's got bags of experience, and it's good to have him as a teammate. He's sound, get on well with him, he helps me out where I need it. We can overlay our data and see where I need to pull my finger out, which is good. So it does make a difference. So yeah, it's good.
With the support of Yamaha this year as well, obviously you're kind of the official team, I suppose. Does that make a difference?
No, not to me really. I don't look at that and think, oh, it's more pressure. It's great to be part of a supported team. Yamaha have been good, they're happy with how things are going, so as long as we keep moving forward and doing what we're doing, they're happy, which is good for me. So yeah.
What's the end result that you'd like to be happening at the end of the year? Podiums, you've said. What championship position are we looking at for a debut season in the class?
I suppose now where we're at this time in the season, we're probably looking at a top 5 in the championship. I want some podiums under my belt as the season goes on, and I just want to prove what I can do going into next year, where hopefully if I can stay in the class, I would hope make a strong challenge for the championship.